Morning, 11 a.m. Jungkook slams the paper on the table, his eyes widen with frustration. Jungkook, Taehyung, why are you so careless? Can't you do a single thing properly? His voice echoed loudly in the quiet room, and his gaze were fixed on the paperwork, now soaked in juices. Some papers had even slipped on the floor. Taehyung stood frozen, guilty and soft, washing over him like cold rain. Taehyung, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. He tried to explain, but his voice cracked midway, and Jungkook's eyes filled with anger, sharp enough to piercing thought his heart. Taehyung lowered his head, not wanting to meet their look again. His hand trembled slightly for a second, just a second. Taehyung felt like Jungkook could have hit him in front of the fact that they come. The second blow was sharper than any slave. Jungkook, I told you I didn't want anything, and at you brought this juice. Don't you listen? Just leave. Get out of my sight, Jungkook. Taehyung eyes well with tears. Without saying another word, he turned around and quietly walked towards the door, just as his hand resting his in the handle with soft but cold whisper reached his ear. Remembering himself, why did I even met him? My life would have been better without all these. Those words, they hit harder than anything I ever heard. And he hung frozen for a second, his lip trembled, his vision blurred completely as the tears streamed from slightly. Time escaped at 11 p.m. Taehyung sat on the edge of their bed, hugging their knee. His eyes were still puffy from crying. His chest ached with every breath. He replayed the morning scenes in his head again and again. He had only brought Joseph because he was worried. Jungkook hasn't eaten since last night and said he had no appetite. Still, Taehyung couldn't bear to see him starve, so he had quietly gone to the kitchen and brought the glass of juices. But as he was about to place it on the table, his foot slipped on something, maybe a pen, maybe a cable he didn't even know, and the glass fell from his hand. The juice spread all over the important paperwork. That single mistake ruined everything. Now Jungkook hated him. He even regretted marrying him. Taehyung let out a long silent sigh. He glanced at the clock. It was almost 12:30 at night. Taehyung whispering to himself, he must be still walking. He hasn't eaten anything since morning. Even thought his heart was hurting. He couldn't ignore in the fact that Jungkook might be hungry. Without wasting any more time, he went to the kitchen and quietly started preparing a simple dinner. He made some rice stew and side dishes, Jungkook's favorite. Jungkook office. Taehyung stood in the office door holding the tray with both hands. He took a deep breath. Taehyung, Jungkook, dinner is ready. No response. He waited for a few seconds, then knocked again. Softer this time, still nothing. He hesitated, then slowly opened the door and peeked inside. Jungkook was sitting at his desk, typing quickly, his face lit by the laptop screen. Taehyung softly, Jungkook, please eat something. Jungkook didn't say anything for a moment, then finally, without looking up, he replied in a low voice, Taehyung simply nodded and went back to the kitchen, placing the tray on the table and setting up the plate. Jungkook came in a few moments later and sat down beside him silently. As soon as he did, Taehyung got up and started serving the food without a word. Jungkook looked at him, noticed the quietness. Jungkook Taehyung, but before he could say more, Taehyung walked away, not meeting his eyes. He went straight to the even though his own stomach was empty and growing. The hunger didn't matter, his heart hurt more. A few minutes later, Taehyung curled under the blanket, his back facing the door. He couldn't sleep no matter how hard he tried. His thoughts wouldn't leave him alone. The words Jungkook said earlier echoed again in his head. Why did I even marry him? He blinked rapidly, tried to stop the tears. Suddenly, he heard the door crack open. Quickly, he shut his eyes and pretended to be asleep. He heard quiet footsteps appearing. Then the edge of the bed dipped slightly. There was silence for a moment, and then a soft voice whispering, "Taehyung, I'm sorry." Taehyung's breath caught, but he didn't move. You were only trying to care for me, and I heard you. A pause, then he continued, his voice cracking silently. You are the only person who always puts me first, and I let my frustration control me. I didn't mean those words. Was wrong. Then wanted to turn and face him, but he stayed still, unsure of what to do. Then he left. Jungkook finger gentle brushed his hair. Jungkook softly, "Please forgive me," and Jungkook left the room. After the shower, I quickly put on my clothes and stepped out of my eyes for on the bed. There he was, Taehyung, lying still, his back towards me. His face looked pale, tired, my chest tightened. I walked over slowly and carefully, lied beside him, not wanting to wake him up. Gently, I slipped my arms around his waist and pressed my forehead softly against the back of his neck. Jungkook, I'm sorry. I'll make it up to you, I promise. The humpy I was awake. I had been lying like that for a while, pretending to sleep. My body felt heavy from all the crying I had done earlier. Suddenly, I felt the bed shifted behind me. Jungkook, he came closer, his arm wrapped around me, and he rested his face near my neck. His warm breath thickened my skin, and his word thought whisper reached deeply into my heart. Jungkook, I'm sorry. I'll make it up to you. My eyes turned again, but this time from the emotions rushing is not sadness alone. I didn't move. I waited for a moment and then gently lifted his hand off me and sat up. Jungkook sat up too, his face filled with worry. Jungkook, Taehyung, why are you awake? Are you okay? I clenched my finger tightly in my. I didn't want to cry again, but my heart felt too full. Still, the tears come anyway. Taehyung, you are asking me why I'm crying? He flinched slightly at the sharpness in my tone. Taehyung, you said you were regretting me, that your life would have been better without me. So maybe I should just set you free from this marriage. His eyes widened in shock. He looked completely broken. Jungkook, Taehyung, no, please don't say that. I didn't mean it. I was under so pressure. That deal, it was important. I worked on it for a month. He took a deep breath, his voice trembled. Now, Jungkook, I lost my appetite, but those words, I swear, they mean nothing. I was just angry. Please believe me. I looked at him. His eyes were glazing with under tears. He was not pretending. He was truly sorry. Slowly, I moved closer to him and held his face in my hands. I gently wiped away a tear that rolled down his cheeks. Taehyung softly, it's okay, mistake happened. I should be been more careful too. You worked so hard on that project and I ruined it. Jungkook interpreted it. No, don't blame yourself. You were just trying to care of me. You always do. He leaned for it suddenly and me. My eyes widened. It was soft, slow, and filled with warmth. I didn't him back at first, still frozen from surprise, but he held me so gently, so my heart melted. After a few seconds, he pulled back just enough to look into my eyes. Jungkook started to well up. He shook his head and slowly came down in front of Taehyung. Jungkook, no, please don't say that. I love you, Taehyung. I was stressed. The deal thought I messed up and I took it out on you. This was the worst mistake of my life. Taehyung looked away. His jaw clenched. Taehyung was cracking, but you said it. You thought it when if only for a moment. That means something inside you must be felt that way. Jungkook reached out slowly and held Taehyung's hand, gripped them gently. Jungkook pleading, I didn't mean a word of it. You are the best part of my life. I married you because I wanted to forever with you. That thought never changed. I was just so frustrated and I lost control. Taehyung looked at him, his voice now softer but trembling. Taehyung, you couldn't withhold me. You were stressed. I would be understood. I always try to understand you, but you never give me the chance. Jungkook, you are right. I should have talked to you. I should have leaned on you, not pushed you away. I let my emotion win and I hurt you. I don't deserve your forgiveness, but I'm being for it. Taehyung pressed her love the wall he was holding up her. It hurt so much, Jungkook. I never thought you would say something like that to me, Jungkook. Dear eyes, I'm sorry, Taehyung. I'm so sorry. If I could take it back, I won't. 1,000 times. I spend every day proving to you that I never mean it. He gently placed his forehead against Taehyung's thinner, holding his hand tightly like he was afraid to lose him. Taehyung, sorry, you really scare me too. Today, Jungkook quietly, and I'm scared myself too. Thinking of losing you, it made me realize just how deeply I love you. There was a pause. The tension in the air slowly faded as Taehyung looked down at Jungkook, his handsome man who made mistake, but was willing to clean up to break just to make things right. Finally, Taehyung leaned and cupped Jungkook's face. Jungkook, promise me something. Jungkook nodded to anything. Taehyung, next time you are hurting, don't break me too. Just talk to me. Let me carry the weight with you. Jungkook whispered, I promise. I swear on our love. Taehyung smiled faintly, thought his tears and pulled Jungkook into tight hug. They stayed like that in silence, not needing any words. And for the moment, their hands spoken of marriage. Jungkook pushed Taehyung's temper softly. Taehyung softly shook a mistake happened. I should be being more careful too. You worked so hard on that project and I ruined it. Jungkook interpreted. No, don't blame yourself. You were just trying to care of me. You always do. He leaned forward suddenly and kissed me. My eyes wide and it was soft, slow, filled with warmth. I didn't kiss him back at first, still frozen from surprise, but he held me so gently, so lovely. My heart melted. After a few seconds, he pulled back just enough to look into my eyes. Jungkook smiled flatly. I know you haven't eaten anything, my love. He brought his hand to my cheeks and kissed it slowly. Jungkook, let me feel you, my precious. Taehyung, his words made my cheeks turn pink. The way he said, my precious Taehyung, I couldn't meet his eyes. I turned my head away, slowly tried to hide my smile. He chuckled softly and leaned his forehead against mine. Jungkook, come on, you have been taking care of me all day. Now it's my turn. Jungkook had just finished feeding Taehyung roundly, pieces by pieces, not letting him lift a finger. I can sit on the other chair, you know. Jungkook softly smiled, but I don't want to stay away from you, not even for a second. Taehyung slyly tried to hide his cheeks behind his hand. Jungkook gently held his waist and the back of his chin. Then suddenly he stood up and lifted Taehyung into his arms, carrying him. Branded Taehyung gasped softly in surprise. Taehyung, Jungkook, I can walk. Jungkook groaned, I know, but I like holding you like this. Taehyung half reacted at his words. Jungkook strengthened his warmth. It made him feel safe. They reached there, and Jungkook placed Taehyung down gently on the bed before moving to his side and pulling Taehyung into a warm, tight hug. Now Taehyung was lying against Jungkook's chair, his head resting near his heartbeat while Jungkook clung to him like Jungkook softly, stay like this just a little longer. Taehyung's finger found their way into hair, gently running through the soft stain. Let out a smile at him at the touch. The morning sun fell gently through the white curtain, cast a light over the quiet bedroom. Jungkook stayed awkward before Taehyung. His arms were still wrapped around him. Taehyung's breathing was soft and even against his chest. He looked down at Taehyung's sleeping face. His heart quivered even in sleep. Taehyung looking tired. His eyes were puffy from crying. His lips slightly parted. He looked beautiful, but he didn't look at peace. Jungkook whispering, I want to see you smile again. Carefully, without waking up, Jungkook slipped out of the bed and tiptoed to the kitchen. Jungkook was moving quickly, but quickly he had already prepared a tray with Taehyung's favorite breakfast, warm honey toast, caramel fruits and cup of tea. He even added a line of taste to the plate. Good morning, my love. I hope today your heart feel a little lighter. You deserve smile more than anyone else in this world. Cookie, but that was not at all. He had something more planned. Taehyung had waken up, eaten the breakfast in quite surprise and read the note with soft heart. He hadn't expected Jungkook to go this far. Later that day, he was resting near the living room without when Jungkook appeared and reached out his hand. Jungkook gently, come with me just for a little while. Taehyung looked at him with curious eyes. He nodded slowly and placed his hand on Jungkook, guiding him to the back garden where a beautiful surprise was waiting. A blanket was spread out in the grass under the biggest tree, decorated with soft cushions and fairy lights above the branches. As a small speaker played soft piano music, there was candles on the blanket lay and a small thread to the ribbon. Taehyung whispered and Taehyung, what is this? Jungkook smiled slightly. Something that should be done long ago. They sat down together. Jungkook held him the book. Jungkook opened it page by page. Taehyung saw a print photo of their memories, their wedding, their travel, their silly selfie, quiet moment in the kitchen, late night movie marathons. Each photo had a small hand-written caption by Jungkook. This was the day I realized I can't sleep unless you are beside me. You look too pretty here. I forget how to breathe. You were laughing at my brand toast, and I still remember your voice that morning. I thought I love was a feeling, but then I meet you and I realized a person. Taehyung's eyes began to fill with tears again, but this time they were warm. He looked at Jungkook, who was watching him with a nervous but hopeful expression. Jungkook, you deserve someone who never late a single day, but go by without showing how much you mean to me. I failed to do that, but I am learning things for you. I will learn again and again things. Luckily, you made all this for me. Jungkook nodded because I broke something yesterday and I want to fix it, not just with just word, but with love, with action, with memories. We made mornings forward. Taehyung closed the book and reached out gently, holding Jungkook's hand. For the first time since the argument, Taehyung smiled and Jungkook knew this was home. Two day had passed since their emotional conversation and the garden surprise. Jungkook had been planning something more, not a grand gesture, but something quite private just for them. That morning, he blindfolded Taehyung gently and guided him to the car. Jungkook, where are you taking me? Jungkook smiled. Somewhere peaceful, somewhere just for us. That afternoon, when they arrived and the blindfold came off, Taehyung stood still for a moment, stunned by the sight in front of him. A small wooden cabin rested beside a blue lake, surrounded by trees, gently swaying the breeze. There smelled like the pain and the fresh water. Taehyung softly, it's beautiful, Jungkook. I remember you said you loved the sound of water and quiet forest, so I found this place. They spent the afternoon walking hand in hand by the lake, their feet occasionally the cold water. Pick wildflower, took a silly photo and talked like old friend. No pressure, no heaviness. The laughter came back, the peace returned, and so did the smile. Time escaped, but the air was fresh and cool. The soft breeze whispering toward the tree, golden sunlight, quiet mountain trail, hand in hand. Taehyung and Jungkook walked slowly, enjoying the quiet of nature surrounding them. They had come here, so hadn't their cabin towered between hills and tree to broke the hills and the simple to be together. Taehyung fingers gently in Jungkook's hair. Taehyung softly, this place like a dream. Jungkook, it's real, just like this moment. Just like us. They reached the cabin as the sky turned shade of the lavender and rose inside. Everything was cozy, a crackling fireplace, two warm cup of tea, and a soft blanket across the rug. Taehyung sat near the fireplace, hugging his knee. Jungkook watching him quietly for a moment before coming over and sitting beside him. He placed his arms gently around Taehyung's shoulder. Jungkook whispering, "Thank you for coming here with me." Taehyung resting his head on Jungkook's shoulders. "I needed this. I need you." The warmth between them grew. Silence filled the meaning. Then Jungkook slowly turned to Taehyung, brushing a few strands of hair away from his eyes. Their eyes met. Jungkook softly, "You." Taehyung was crushed, but he nodded gently. Taehyung quickly, "Yes." Jungkook leaned in and placed a soft Taehyung slowly tended, full of emotion. Him back arm wrapped around his neck. When they part away, Jungkook rested his forehead against Taehyung. Jungkook in a low Logan writes, Taehyung, can I be close to you tonight? Not just hold you, but love you only if you want to, only if you are ready. Taehyung looked into Jungkook's eyes, those warm, honest eyes that held no trust, only love and respect. Taehyung smiled gently. I want that. I want you. Later in the night, the fire crackled across the wooden wall. The room was quite perfect. The soft light lit the deeper field with love, making certain uncomfortable. It just was whisperful love. No words were needed, just their heart silence. They made love that night with a soft smile, gentle laughter, and kiss. It was about to fall and holding each other completely. Taehyung lying peaceful against Jungkook's chest, his finger leading the pattern along his arm. Taehyung sleepy, you make me feel like the only person in the world. Jungkook kissed his hair because you are to me, and they drifted into sleep, rocketing each other's arms. The stars started running quietly as if blessing their love.